Now, today's episode of Dragon Ball Super is episode 99, obviously, but I do want to spend a few minutes talking about the preview of episode 100, because that episode preview, there's a lot of things going on in that preview that had my jaw, it kind of dropped a few pegs. So, we see Goku and Caulifla. That fight's gonna be going down, and based on, I'm not gonna say in the video, but there'll be a card right here, click on that card, and it'll take you to a video where I discuss what's probably gonna happen when it comes to Caulifla and her character. So that's number one. Number two, you have potentially Vegeta and Cabba squaring off. Now, Vegeta, my guess here is that he's being, at this point, Botamo and Magetta. We see Cabba, and he's facing Vegeta. Vegeta has his back turned, he's on the ground, on his knees and hands, so he looks like he's tired. But Vegeta and Cabba may be squaring off. Then you have Kale being attacked by some red-looking guy. Kale, at some point, goes legendary Super Saiyan form, and then she proceeds to just slaughter and devastate. And the title of the episode is something to do with awakening the berserker, whatever. So Kale, I think, is going to be the centerpiece here. If she's not, then she's second to Goku and Caulifla. But it looks like Universe 6 are now going to take some center stage here. And then, in this preview, we see this. You show Hit, he takes his hands out of his pockets, and then you show Jiren, and it's like, oh god. Okay, so that right there is an all-star match. That is pay-per-view material. That is Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather. Hit versus Jiren, yes. Because Jiren has been just standing there, chilling, psyching out dudes. Like, that's his MO. He just psychs out people. Like, what are you looking at? And then they just run away. He has done nothing as of yet. But when Hit takes his hands off his pockets, okay, all right. If that goes down, excellent. Excellent. I need to see this happen, bruh. That being said, that may happen next episode. Not too sure. But let's talk about this episode. Episode 99 of Dragon Ball Super. We got a few things going on here at the beginning of the episode. Now, for the most part, everyone's shocked. Like, even Frieza's kind of taken aback. Frieza talks about how you have the Zenos who have these cute voices, these colorful kids, and yet they commit these horrendous acts because they eviscerate universes without a second thought. That could come in the form of ignorance, maybe because they are still kind of children, which honestly, it all leads back to the Great Priest, because I feel like this guy, he's manipulating the Zenos, and maybe like the aides of the Zenos as well. Like, the Great Priest, he is the guy who's running the show. That's how I honestly feel about that. That being said, Frieza sees that, and he feels a sense of vexation because of that contrast, where they're supposed to be cute and they're kids or whatever, but they're wiping out universes without hesitation, and they find it to be fun. So Frieza makes the statement that one day, he will topple the Zenos. One day he will stand where they do. Frieza's ambitions are vast. So whether or not they actually keep Frieza into the story after it's all said and done, I'm not too sure. They could, because Frieza is marketable, and the way things are going is that there are still other universes that have potentially stronger people in them. The universes that were exempt from the tournament. And then on top of that, if the whole notion of the Great Priest being like the end-all, be-all evil dude, then he could be like the final dude. So there is some room for Frieza in the story even after this tournament. You see what I'm saying? But will Frieza ever achieve those heights of power? No, there's no way. That's crazy. So that being said, let's talk about other people. Most of the folks there are shaken up, but Goku and Vegeta, they've seen a universe go poof before, the future Universe 7. That's where they get this Zeno from. And then you have Android 17, who doesn't seem to care at all. 18 is kind of like, goddamn, and she's upset, but it's not expressed outwardly that much. But 17, he can kind of tell because he is her brother. And also after that, he talks to 18 about how they're android and they don't fatigue, they have unlimited energy, so they can use that to their advantage in this tournament. So not only is he not fazed by Universe 9 going poof, but also he gives 18 a pick-me-up because she was kind of getting upset. It's not like he doesn't care, but more so he accepts it, like it's just the way it is. So we do get some things there when it comes to Frieza's character, we do get some things there when it comes to 18's character, 17's character, a little bit here or there, because again, a universe going poof is a pretty big deal, and the fact that the Zenos can do so without hesitation right then and there is shocking to everybody else who's watching. The Supreme Kai of Universe 7's side, he's sweating buckets, like goddamn. So then the fighting begins once again, and then we shift over to Vegeta. Now Vegeta's taking on Botamo, and afterwards you have Magetta. Botamo, he negates damage completely. So Vegeta's attacking him, and he should already know that. And it's kind of surprising how Vegeta didn't immediately try and incapacitate him and then throw out of the arena. He first began with the volley of punches and going Super Saiyan form, but he should already know, hold on, he negates damage. So I wonder why he did, but it is what is there. After a volley of punches and Botamo tries to attack Vegeta, he fails miserably. He's gonna throw him out of the arena, but that was a fail. And then he proceeds to like tie up Botamo's arms in like a bow tie, which was interesting because I thought, hold on, wait, Botamo's arms can stretch like that? I don't recall ever seeing that in the previous tournament. So when it comes to character, that's clearly one for Botamo, because I don't think, and I could be wrong, but I don't think that's ever been pointed out where his arms are that flexible to where they're like rubber. I mean, I guess his whole body is kind of like that, but I'm not too sure if his elasticity is the reason why he can negate most physical damage. I don't know. Botamo is Botamo, whatever. He's not really like a massive threat dude. He's just there to take punches. That's really it. So Vegeta and him have their thing. Then in comes Magetta, and then Magetta and Botamo, they do this combo thing where Botamo's on top of Magetta, he covers his ears so the insults that normally Magetta is sensitive to don't reach his ears, and so you have this invincible, quote-unquote invincible duo, which ultimately will still be knocked out of the ring because they are not mobile at all. And from the Vegeta stuff, we go on to Gohan's group stuff. And Gohan's group stuff is relatively simple. The one dude from Universe 10, the green bird guy, decides to launch an attack on this group by himself. Very foolish. And in my personal opinion, the best animated scene in the episode was when Gohan reflects the attack back at the bird guy. And then they proceed to systematically dissect him after Krillin does these 3 Destructo discs. And then once one of his wings is chipped, Roshi follows up with a Kamehameha, and then he's gone out of the arena. So Universe 10 is down to 8 people from the 10 guys they initially had. And it just so happens that both of the people that went out early are the only 2 folks that can fly in Universe 10. Then we go over to 18. And 18 later on tag teams with Krillin to take out this guy called Shosa. But beforehand, 18 was kind of overwhelming Shosa. Then he plays dead. Then after he plays dead, he catches 18 off guard because you can't kill someone in the tournament. If you do, you're immediately disqualified. In comes Krillin. And this kind of threw me off for a second because it looked like Krillin was floating. And I thought, wait. He jumped in the way to where he was falling slowly, I guess. But either way, he saves 18 by doing an energy blast when they're out of the arena, back onto the arena. And then we have 18 and Krillin take on Shosa. It's a combo move that they developed, which was a pretty cool move. It's not called anything yet. They smack the energy ball back and forth between them. It also gets bigger and faster as they keep on smacking the ball, and then it gets big enough to the point where it hits Shosa, he gets blasted out of the ring. So in Universe 4 loses another person. And after Shosa is taken out, we have another guy from Universe 4 attack Krillin in 18. And this guy is called Majora. Now, see, that's a good name. And clearly, I'm thinking about The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, obviously. If you haven't played that game...
You're a fucking idiot.
Majora is blind. So when Krillin and 18 first try and attack Majora, and he does the solar flare, and he gives her Master Roshi's glasses, sunglasses, ineffective because he's already blind. So he's able to attack Krillin through the solar flare times 100, and he's able to attack 18 as well. Then 18 comes to the conclusion that Majora, he uses his smell as opposed to his sight in order to see where people are. So then Krillin and Majora fight one-on-one, where Krillin, he seems to be losing, and then Krillin employs a plan where he takes his dirty, stinky shoe, throws it at Majora, hits him right in the nose. And so now Majora's main sense is blind. This gives Krillin enough time to do the animation of the Kamehameha and blast Majora out of the ring. And afterwards, Universe 7, they're cheering like, yeah, Krillin, good stuff. Out of all people, Frost, Tail Swipe, immediately taken out of the competition. When it comes to a story for Universe 7, they have lost one person, finally. And that first person is Krillin, which is a shame. It should be Tien, because Tien... But Krillin was taken out, he got cocky, he was caught off guard, and then Frost tail swipes him off of the platform. Universe 4 have lost 3 cats. And mind you, they only start with 8 people. So right now, Universe 4 only has 5 people left in the tournament. Universe 10 have lost another person, and now Universe 10 is down to 8 people. When it comes to character, I would say that things like Shosa and Majora are relevant because they were one of the focus points of the episode, but because they were taken out of the competition in this episode as well, their characterization doesn't really mean much at all. It really doesn't. So the animation overall, it was okay. Nothing too crazy. Again, in my personal opinion, the best scene was when Gohan deflects the fireball of the flying green bird guy from Universe 10. The one scene where Krillin does the Kamehameha to knock off Majora from the platform, that same character animation scene has been shown a few times. When it came to the pacing, it was relatively fine. It's just a continuation of the tournament. There was a little break because everyone was shocked to see Universe 9 disappear like that, but the fighting continues nonetheless. When it comes to the story, you have a few cats from Universe 4 kick the bucket, one guy from Universe 10 kick the bucket. Universe 7 have lost Krillin. You have a fight set up between Vegeta, Botamo, and Magetta from Universe 6. And right now, there are 43 minutes left in the tournament. So that being said, guys and gals, I am done. The episode overall, I thought it was like good. I thought it was like okay plus. Yeah, it's more like an okay plus episode of Dragon Ball Super. King Lightning, give me your thoughts on the episode at hand. I'm going to see you cats later. Rate the video. It is not that hard to do when you have a device called Mouse. You use Mouse to click, rate the video, to click, subscribe, to click on that bell to join the squad, and of course, comment in the comment section down below using your favorite keyboard. Peace, and have a nice goddamn day.